If you're taking the LSAT anytime in the next year, there is no reason for you to spend any time reading Scientific American or The Economist just to practice LSAT reading comp style passages, because you have roughly 400 official, actual, real reading comp passages from previously administered LSAT prep tests. So start with those. Only if you expect you'll get through all of those should you then go on to anything else. You could save some of those passages to focus on just making sure that you can understand what is the main idea of the passage, what is the author's opinion, the general, global, big picture approach. You can save all the details for later when you're solving specific questions. So to summarize, the fastest way for you to improve at LSAT reading comp is to make sure that you can extract from real reading comp passages what is the main idea, what is the author's opinion. Again, detailed supporting examples, you go back and find those later when you need to help you solve specific questions associated with the passage. If you're too slow, if you want to speed up at reading, you can use tools like Spreeder and Phrase Reader. Those are free apps that let you practice reading difficult, dense text on a screen. You can just copy paste into that app and then put yourself on an LSAT reading comp treadmill of sorts, seeing how fast can you display the text to yourself and still understand what you're reading. Of course, on the LSAT, there are 3 long passages and 2 short or dual passages on a related topic. You could do the dual passages either first or last. I wouldn't do them in the middle of the 3 long passages. And you could, of course, when you're approaching those dual passages, start with approaching questions specific to only one of the 2 passages. So for example, if there's a question on only passage A, in passages A and B, you read passage A, you solve the passage A specific question, then you'll go on to the others. As for the big corporate prep companies like Kaplan or Princeton Review, telling you to do only 3 passages and focus your accuracy on those 3 and then sacrifice a 4th passage, that is terrible advice. It's not going to let you get 170 or above. It's going to set a ceiling on how high you can score, because you've got to attempt all questions on the LSAT in order to be able to achieve a high score on the test. Now, I'll share some techniques you can use for reading comp in just a moment, but first, I wanted to let you know that if you're looking for more support like this to help you achieve a 170 or above on your official LSAT, at LSAT Unplugged, we cover these strategies and many more as part of the Socratic review method in our courses to help you score 170 plus. You can check out the links below the video to find out more and to book a call with me and my team. We'd be glad to help you out. Now, I mentioned earlier getting down the main idea. How do you do this? You might start as an exercise, as a drill, rewriting entire reading comp passages in simpler language, in your own words, getting rid of that complex language and complex arguments to help you understand just what the author's opinion is, stripping away all the other details to just focus on the core arguments in the passage, because there are patterns in how LSAC lays out those arguments. Patterns on the LSAT are not limited just to question stem types, but also to methods of reasoning. You see this in logical reasoning when they are outlining, say, correlation causation arguments or confusing necessary and sufficient. Same deal with LSAT reading comprehension passages themselves. But first and foremost, you want to make sure that you can get down what is the main idea, what is the primary purpose, how is the passage organized, get that down, then move on to the general global questions in the passage. Questions that are specific to details, you can go back to the passage to help you get down the key details, the key information to help you solve those. And then finally, save the more abstract inferential questions for last. So in short, we are approaching the questions in the passage out of order. General global questions first, detail-oriented questions second, and then more abstract inferential questions that require a bit more reading between the lines. You save those for last. Anyway, folks, reach out if you need anything. I'm here for you. Wish you all the best and take care.